Hello and welcome, beautiful souls. We are doing the weekly reading, and today we're going to be discussing the energies of November 6th through the 12th. This, of course, takes us right through the 1111 portal. So that is the primary energy that we are dealing with this week. In addition to the 1111 portal, we also have a couple planets that are transitioning into different signs this week. So we are going to be, of course, talking about that as well. And then we're going to be pulling some cards. We're going to be doing a pick a pile as we typically do. So right now, start thinking in your minds of a number 1 through 3, whichever feels like it resonates the most for you. Your first instinct is always right, but feel free to test out as many piles as you like. If you're feeling conflicted, there may be messages in there in multiple piles for you, or there may not be many messages for you this week. It's general reading, so of course it's not going to resonate with everybody every single time, but we do our best. So moving into these energies, before we get into the 1111, we're just going to talk about the transits that we have going on. Venus will be entering Libra on the 8th. Venus is in one of her home signs in the sign of Libra. Libra is the more relationship-oriented aspect of Venus's energy. And so when Venus enters into Libra, we are going to have a special focus on our relationships and our partnerships. And that's been a big focus with that solar eclipse that we had in the sign of Libra, with the nodes, the North Node in Aries, the South Node in Libra. We've had a lot of this energy going on. Relationships have been a big theme that we've been working on already. So we're going to feel an emphasis on this, but this is bringing some harmony in. This is really calling us to connect more deeply with our partners. We're wanting to nurture those bonds. We're wanting to bring more balance. We're seeing the ways that we can compromise in a way that's healthy for us, and a way that feels more like a win-win. This is also a time with Venus in the sign of Libra where art and any creative endeavors are really highlighted. We all want to beautify ourselves, our surroundings, to see and enhance the beauty that we find in the world. And there is a very beautiful creative. Libra is the sign that represents the artist, the musician. So really allow those creative juices to be flowing, especially with the sun in Scorpio as well. Scorpio with that passion, that intensity. This is a really good mix. Mercury in Scorpio, the sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, and Venus in Libra. But don't get too comfortable with Mercury in Scorpio, because on the 9th, Mercury is going to be transitioning into the sign of Sagittarius. And this may actually be a bit of a relief in some senses, because Scorpio energy, I don't need to tell you guys, is really intense. And especially as we have a conjunction coming up of Mars and the sun in Scorpio, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, and how that links into the 1111 portal and gateway. Having Mercury there too, it brings a lot. So in Sagittarius, we get a little bit of a lightening of spirit, a lightening of the mind. Yes, we are still philosophical. We are searching for that deeper meaning that Sagittarius represents, being ruled by Jupiter, ruling that 9th house. But the intensity meter is dialed down just a little bit. Sagittarius is known for being very blunt. It is known for, it is a fire sign. We're working with that energy of mutable fire now. So our words, we may not mince our words as Mercury moves into Sagittarius. And we may be a bit bolder with our words. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. We want to temper that and make sure that we're I'm thinking of the term when people use like no filter. Like, we want to have a little bit of a filter. We want to have the type of filter that is appropriate for the situation, especially with Venus in Libra, working on harmonizing those partnerships. Yes, we want to have strong boundaries. Yes, we want to speak our truth, but we want to make sure that we have a little bit of tact. Mercury in Sagittarius, however, I think only enhances these creative vibes. Having Mercury transition into Sagittarius while we still have the sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, and now Venus in Libra, to me, just adds to the creative flow and the creative juices. So we can really utilize all of these energies, especially during this 11/11 gateway, to get inspired and to allow that inspiration to flow through us into action and bring that into fruition. We are, as we warm up to the pinnacle of the 11/11 energy, going to have some tense aspects. So later in the week here on the 10th and 11th, we have Mercury squaring Saturn in Pisces, Mercury now in Sagittarius, squaring Saturn in Pisces. And we also have Mars in Scorpio opposing Uranus in Taurus. So there is a bit of frustration here. There's an energy where we want to really, like we talked about with choosing our words carefully, toward the end of this week, we want to be extra selective when it comes to that. We want to make sure that we are not saying things that we're going to wish that we had, we're going to wish that we could take back later, right? So we want to just remember, during this 11/11 gateway anyway, our thoughts, our words are so potent and so incredibly powerful. So we want to be choosing them selectively to begin with, not just because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, right? But because we want to make sure that we are manifesting the reality that we want to manifest, that we are shifting into the timeline that we want to shift onto. And we also want to make sure that we're not creating any more karma by being needlessly cruel, right? There is a time and a place and a manner that's appropriate for speaking and sharing our truths. And so it's like really understanding that and working with that energy. We are going to be coming up against anywhere where we are feeling limited. We're also going to be coming across this energy where there is a little bit of a power play energy possible as well here. So anywhere where people are pushing up against our boundaries, not respecting our boundaries, that may come up for us. Anywhere where I'm being called to say, like, anywhere where we feel like life isn't respecting our boundaries, interestingly enough. We're gonna be feeling all those mix of energies, really like wanting to expand. Remember, Mercury and Sagittarius, this is where our minds are wanting to evolve. They're wanting to expand. We're wanting to learn. We're wanting to exchange information and ideas and philosophies and ideals. Okay? And when we come across people who feel narrow-minded, when we come across systems that feel narrow-minded, there's going to be a real desire to rebel against that, to push up against that. Anything else that I want to say here regarding this? Just a lot of unpredictability. But a lot of energy that's ultimately freeing. And this is what I want to talk about. So there's a few different aspects to this energy as we're moving through this 11/11 gateway as well. For some of us, this is going to feel really beautiful, this energy. It's all going to depend on where we're at in our frequency and our vibration and where we're at in our own growth process. For those of us who have things that we need to, I'm hearing the words painful truths that need to be addressed. That's coming to light. That's coming to the surface. Our wounds that need to be healed, our triggers are coming up because remember, this 11/11 gateway is really prepping us to receive a powerful activation. And we are in the midst of a powerful timeline shift. So all that low vibrational junk is coming to the surface. So whatever is coming up within you right now, understand and know that it's coming up so that it can be addressed, so it can be healed. If there are actions that we need to take, that's becoming more clear. And all we need to do in order to make the most of this energy is to take the actions that are being shown to us. If there's a shift that needs to happen in our reality that we need to consciously be the pioneer of, so to speak, we need to do that. All right, we need to take the reins. Very, very important. So notice if you're being triggered, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling hopeless, if you're feeling like you just want to give up right now, just know that for some of us, that is part of the energy. And for others, you're just feeling like you're on this, like, The words magic carpet ride came into mind. Just like really digging and feeling this energy and vibing with it. And that's beautiful if that's the way that you're experiencing these energies right now. Just know there is no right or wrong way to experience these energies. But as often as you can, while not, of course, engaging in toxic positivity and denying your true feelings and emotions, right? We don't want to play in that arena. We want to truly acknowledge and give credence to what is coming up. However, we also want to make sure that we're taking time to visualize the timeline that we want, the reality that we wish to create, that we're spending time daydreaming and cultivating that, because this is, this year and every year, a major manifestation gateway. So much our thoughts, our words are never more powerful than they are during the 11/11 portal. So really, really work with that energy as well. And if you're in a period of releasing, just let it go. Let it continue to release whatever wants to release. Don't run from whatever truths are coming up. But also know that you are the architect of your reality. And if you just, and it was 11/11 when I said that. And what I'm feeling guided to say right now as well is, if you just really came into a deeper understanding of that and a deeper understanding of empowerment, then that's why those of us who are feeling triggered right now, that's part of the reason why we're feeling that. Because we came into a deeper ownership of our power as creators. And so our higher selves are showing us everything that we are creating and everything within us that is causing us to, that is either limiting our creations or causing us to create things that we don't want. And we're being asked to take energetic responsibility for that. Remember, Saturn in Pisces just recently stationing direct on the 4th. All right, there has been a huge energy all through Saturn's retrograde looking at this, where it is that we're being asked to step up and take ownership and responsibility for our energy. And now is where the rubber hits the road, and we really need to do that. So this is actually a really good thing, because it's like we came into this deeper understanding. I am the creator of my reality. Beautiful, perfect. And then Spirit saying, okay, so here's what you've created. Here are the habits that you engage in, the things that you do that are creating, adding to the creations that you wish to change. And so how are you going to shift this? What are you going to do about it? Which is really beautiful and really empowering. And that is a huge energy with this 11/11 gateway, is that energy of empowerment. And I posted something going deep into the energies of this in the community tab. So go ahead and check out that post if you guys haven't seen it. Talking about the conjunction, the cazimi of the Sun and Mars. And that's coming up on the 18th of November at 25 degrees of Scorpio, which is an Aries degree. And this is a really powerful, this begins a brand new 2-year cycle for Mars. Mars's last 2-year cycle completed in 2021. Now we're beginning a brand new cycle again. And that was in Libra, interestingly enough, the last conjunction of the Sun and Mars, which was the kind of the set point, the energetic set point that showed us what we were working through in terms of our masculine energy, in terms of our willpower, all of those Mars energies, right? So that was around relationships. So it makes perfect sense that we have this test of that coming up as we are completing that cycle and getting ready to move into this brand new cycle. With Scorpio, this is also about relationships, but it's about the deeper aspects of relationships. This is about intimacy, true intimacy, not only with others, but also with ourselves. And it is about power. There's an element of sexuality. There's an element of power. There's so much that we're working through, and Scorpio is a sign of healing. So there's a deep, deep level of healing. This conjunction is going to be happening conjunct Ceres as well, and opposite Uranus retrograde in Taurus. So it's going to be really intense. This next Mars cycle over these next 2 years is going to be really intense. And it's really kind of like initiating, it's assisting us in the timeline shift that's happening right now. Mars and the Sun are within 2 degrees of each other, beginning on the 11th, on the 11/11 is when they come within 2 degrees of each other. And then, as we said, that conjunction perfects, exacts, however you want to say it, on the 18th. And then they'll continue to be within 2 degrees of each other for a little. I'm not quite sure of the exact date on the other side of that. But really the most important is when they're approaching each other, which begins on the 11/11. So they're really ushering in this new timeline for us that is very much about our empowerment, stepping into that, our passion, our desire, really merging. We have aspects. We have Pluto that I believe is in a sextile to this conjunction. We have Neptune in a trine to it. All right. So there's an aspect of the higher self, that energy, bringing in the higher self. The way that we are able to take action on our most primal desires, but like elevating that energy to a higher and more divine and sacred degree. So there's a powerful alchemical process going on here, powerful initiation and activation of the male energy that we're going to be working with over these next 2 years. This is big, big stuff. And it's connected to the 11/11. And it's really, this energy is giving us this boost of empowerment that we need in order to allow us that shift into that new timeline. And we're going to get more into the energies of that conjunction with, I believe it would be the reading next week. I think we got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I believe this reading I said stops on the 12th, right? So the 18th, I believe, will be the final day of the next reading. I think it's like next Sunday from what I'm recording this. So yeah, we're gonna get into that energy more deeply next week. But we're already working with it now. Anything else that we want to talk about? And then of course we're gonna have the new moon on the 13th next week as well. So just a lot of really powerful, energetic, like an energetic powerhouse of next couple weeks coming up here. I think that's all we need to talk about for right now. I'm going to hopefully get an 11/11 portal video for you guys. I've been posting some stuff. I think I shared some of the other stuff that I was posting about the timeline split, or the bifurcation, the splitting of the 3D and the 5D, that massive timeline shift that we have going on here. I mean, we just talked about it with the Mars Sun conjunction, Kazemi, right? So it's all part of that, and just know and understand that as long as you are doing your best every day to be in the highest vibration possible, and I don't mean fake it till you make it. All right, I don't mean like that. I just mean like doing things, like don't deny the way that you feel. If you're having heavy feelings, if you're having heavy emotions, if you're purging like a motherfucker right now, go ahead and feel that. All right, don't deny yourself that, because we have to feel it to heal it. And there's a powerful healing energy that we're experiencing right now. All right, so continue to feel that. Remember, we're completing that Mars cycle as well. And that conjunction in Libra happened opposing Chiron 2 years ago in 2021. So there's those wounds coming up there as well. And it's all around our empowerment, right? With that, it was more empowerment in relationships, especially being in Libra, primarily with boundaries. There was a lot of those different energies that we were working through. But this could be showing up in all different types of ways. Could be boundaries that you have with yourself. Could be other aspects entirely. But like, the point of that being, we're completing that healing journey. We're making way. The thing that I really want to kind of drive home for people right now is when we talk about a timeline split, remember, we shift timelines constantly. You can shift a timeline instantaneously by shifting your vibration, by shifting your focus, okay? So don't worry and get caught up in this, oh my God, I'm going to be left behind, and get yourself all worked into a frenzy. All right, because I know some of us, we're perfectionists on here, and we take this stuff really seriously. Just do your best. Like I said, be authentic, be you, feel it to heal it, whatever is coming up. But also do things that make you feel good. And that's what I mean by staying in the highest vibration possible. Surround yourself with people that make you feel good. All right. Work with self-care rituals that make you feel good. Work with affirmations. I speak my world into being. Remember, this is a manifestation gateway or vortex, so your words are very powerful. Speak what you want, speak your truth, but then also speak the reality that you wish to cultivate. Knowing that that is also your truth. And everything that you're wishing to cultivate already exists. It's just stepping into alignment with that. Vibrating into alignment with that. And this process of all the gross stuff that's coming up for some people, all of that yuck that's purging out has a purpose, because that is lightening you. Whether you may not feel light right now, but that is making you lighter so that you can be that vibrational match to the timeline that you're aligning yourself with. And remember, the ultimate decider when we're talking about the major timelines, right? Fear versus love, 3D versus 5D, service to others versus service to self. Love is the deciding factor. Do you make your choices and decisions out of love? That's it. That's it. All right. We're going to get into the cards now. So pick a number 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start with pile number 1, and we're going to do the Akashic Tarot is what we're starting out with for pile number 1. Clear. Just felt like tapping a little more today. All right. Give me some guidance for pile number 1, navigating this week, this upcoming week, this week that we are technically already in. The astrology for today was beautiful, by the way. It's like, it's nighttime as I'm recording this, so the day's already happened. But many people might have found a really beautiful, that bountiful energy in the air. I know I had kind of a rough day myself, but some people may have really enjoyed today. We don't need to get into it, though, because like I said, it's more or less past. I don't know. I'm talking about it, though, so maybe we will if my... No, we're not going to talk about it because my computer is freezing on me as I'm attempting to... Yeah. All right. Spirit says no, don't worry about it. It's already passed. Perhaps this is a message for my pile number 1s here. Don't worry about the past. It's already happened. All right. If you've been in a 6 of Cups kind of an energy, in the more nostalgic, challenging version of that energy, perhaps it's time to let things go. Intricacies in industry, 7 of Scrolls coming up. Interesting. We also had a few cards here that fell out. We have the Lightning Bolt, the Treasure, and Balance. So I'm going to keep those to the side and sort of feel into whether we're going to take those or not. But this is all about being hard at work on something. So my pile number 1s, you guys have been putting in the work. Some of you guys, I'm feeling like a Page of Swords kind of energy too. Like perhaps you are really studying something. Perhaps you've been doing a lot of research, I feel like, some of you. I also feel blueprints for some people. And for some people, the message is really simple, and Spirit's just saying, like, you are aligned with your soul's blueprint. Stop worrying so much. Stop second guessing yourself. Just stop. You are in alignment. Keep moving forward. For others, it's like literally like blueprints. Like perhaps you're building, you're an architect. You're building your dream home or something. Ah, yes. And that's the metaphor as well. You are the architect of your reality. And so your higher self wants to remind you, pile number one, really, really strongly, you are creating the blueprint for your every single experience that you've ever had, every word you've ever spoken, every thought you've ever thought has been creating and building your current reality. You have all the power, you have all the control. If you want to construct a new reality, you need to do it from the ground up. You don't build a house top down. You build it foundation up. So go back to the foundation, go back to the basics, go back to the roots. What Spirit's saying for some people is like you missed a step somewhere. And that's why your foundation feels so rocky all the time. And that's like why you feel like you can't fully build. Because you missed a basic step and you need to go back and revisit. And this isn't a bad thing. It's just there where you missed or you skipped. So some of you guys, you did this consciously. Others of you, it was unconscious. But Spirit's saying, regardless of whether it was conscious or unconscious, you need to go back and you need to take care of that foundation. And you need to not stress out or feel guilty about the time it's going to take to do that. Spirit's saying, really, it's not that big of a deal. Do you really want your reality to shift, or do you want things to stay the same? Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. And Spirit's also saying for some people who chose this pile, yes, you do beautiful service for others, but you need to serve yourself in the sense of like, do your own healing and don't apologize for that. Know that that's part of the plan. And that is your mission work as well. And it's not like, don't worry about falling behind. It's actually going to catapult you forward. For others of you who chose this pile, it's just like Spirit reminding you, like, you are like, whatever it is that you are doing in order to be the architect of your reality right now, in order to craft and cultivate your reality, like, keep going, keep moving forward. For some reason, the phrase, the devil's in the details, is popping into mind here. And what does Spirit mean by that? Don't overlook the little details, the fine print. There's something, I feel like for some of you guys in pile number one, there's something that you're not seeing. There's some sort of information that's going to be revealed this week. Or you've been focused too much on the big picture and you need to hone in on the little details right now so you don't miss something. For some of you, there's some information coming out this week. Something being revealed. For others of you, it's like you're going to miss something if you don't. It's like you need to like laser focus. Instead of looking big, you need to narrow it down. You need to pay attention to what's in front of you right now, is what Spirit's saying. All right, yeah. For some of you guys, it's like you're thinking big picture, like, oh, my greater purpose, oh, my 5-year plan, my 10-year plan, blah, 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 this and that. What am I going to be doing 5 months from now, 3 months from now? Like, whatever. Spirit's saying, no. Stop, slow down. Do what's in front of you. Only worry about that. Be present. Yes, it's important to have a plan. It's important to have a strategy. It's important to have goals. And to, yes, create those structured steps to reach those goals. But right now, it's like literally about just take care of what's in front of you. right? Especially for my people in pile number 1 who've been feeling overwhelmed lately. Take care of what's in front of you and leave the rest to spirit. And know that you don't have to know how everything's going to work out and the logistics of everything right now. Take everything one step at a time. And for many of you guys, this is kicking it back again. Your own healing needs to be priority number 1. Your own peace of mind, your own energy and vibration. Don't be the sacrificial lamb. Don't be the martyr. All right, some of my pile number 1s, whether you intend it or not, you are being the martyr by giving your energy away to everybody else when you need that for yourself right now. Don't do that. Spirit says you don't have to do that. You don't have to play out that storyline anymore. For some of you guys, that's one of the storylines that you are, one of the old karmic cycles that you're completing right now. And that's very much a Saturn and Pisces lesson for you as well. Any of you who never watched the Saturn and Pisces video, go back and check that out. That should be under, I don't know what playlist it's under. Ascension Energies, Planetary Energies, something like that. Really important though. All the things that we're working through, and some of that is we're closing out powerful soul lessons. Lifetimes and lifetimes old. Yeah, you're in a period of healing and preparation right now. And you need to be the focus. And I was just talking to myself about this recently. This energy of like me making myself the client. That's what you guys need to do. And if you are healers or whatever, you'll resonate with that. Whatever it is, you need to schedule that time in for yourself. And you need to really give yourself all that love and care that you give to others. And really do the work. You've learned so much, but what good is it if you're not practicing it and applying it to yourself? You are worthy of that, and you deserve that. All right. Let me feel into this here for any final messages here. These cards that fell out at the beginning. Archangel Raphael here too. He wants to assist with your healing work, your healing process. He is the Archangel of healing, mental health, physical health. I'm feeling like financial health for some of you guys too, if you've been trying to manifest. It's your own healing work, healing within you. Once you do that healing, your manifestations are going to be off the chart. This is how you align with your highest timeline. Yeah. You've been looking for the treasure here. The treasure for you, pile number 1 right now, is balance. We have 2 7s here. I'm feeling that energy of the 7. Working with that 7 energy. Balancing the chakras. Balance is key. I'm also being called to say, where is Libra in your chart, pile number 1? Look at where Libra is in your natal chart. There's something going on there with quite a few of you guys. And I know we just had that solar eclipse in Libra. Right? The South Node is in Libra right now. See where these transits may be, these Libra transits may be affecting your natal chart. Where that solar eclipse happened. Where, where your other planets, if you have any other planets in the sign of Libra, what house that's in. You guys are really, I feel like there's a huge karmic balancing of the scales going on right now as well. Yeah. And for you, for a lot of you, it's like learning how to give to yourselves. Learning how to receive, how to truly receive. It's like some of you guys think that you know what it is to receive, but you really don't. You really don't. Just because you can ask for what you need sometimes, right, doesn't mean that you necessarily know how to receive. There's an energy, there's a closed off. There's somewhere where your heart is closed off, where your feminine energy is still wounded. And that comes from past life as well. Yeah, there's a lot of deep past life healing that wants to happen for my pile number ones as well. We got the scrolls again. This is the Forces card. It's not even the scrolls, but you see the scrolls on the table and you see all of these. I'm feeling contracts too. You guys need to go and you need to close out some old soul contracts. Resolve some old soul ties, right? Complete complete and delete all those old contracts that are no longer serving you, all right? So you are powerful. You are a force to be reckoned with, and there is powerful energy. This is a powerful activation is what this card is. The lightning bolt is representing to me right now. It's an epiphany. It's a realization, a powerful shift, and it's a powerful activation. Fire and water. But we've got air energy here too. Fire, air, water. There's powerful alchemy at work here. If you allow yourself to be transformed. But it's like you need to take a very active role in that. Clear. You know what to do. It's time to do it. All right. Love you all. Wow, you guys, you got so much going on, pile one. The garden, the Uriel, and the Sphinx. Coming back with intricacies in industry again. Some of you guys really want to work with the Akashic Records. Work with your own Akashic Records. Uriel wants to assist some of you guys in working through your Akash. Some of you guys too, there's an activation that you received when you traveled somewhere. In this card, I'm feeling Egypt. Or when you traveled to a place of power. It's like you received an activation, but it didn't fully set in, so to speak. It didn't fully, the activation didn't activate, I guess is the best way that I can put it. I don't know how else to say it. And I'm feeling it with the new moon. The new moon in Scorpio is going to activate this for you. For some of you guys, it could be the full moon. For some of you guys, maybe it was the eclipse that just happened that activated it. Yeah, that would explain it for some people, and that's why there's been this intensity of energy. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's where this is going to resonate. It's the new moon in Scorpio is feeling the most powerful, likely to me, as far as this. It's like yeah, it's like it's finally going to come online. So you guys really want to work with that moon. Make sure that you meditate. Make sure that you take some time out during that new moon in Scorpio. It's like the new you. It's going to be a powerful healing for you. And there's like a powerful soul retrieval as well. A retrieval of wisdom and knowledge. Interesting. Yeah. And that's card 21. Big week for you guys. Big month for my pile ones. Clear. All right. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. I hope that you guys have an amazing week. All right, pile number 2. All of you who chose pile number 2, we're going to be using the Quantum Oracle for your reading this week. See what information wants to come out from the Quantum Oracle. I'm wanting to choose my beautiful smoky quartz. I forget what these inclusions are in the quartz here. I don't think it's copper. I'm not really sure, but this wanted to come out and play during your reading, so we're going to set that clear. You can't see it because I don't have a lot of space here to work with my, still doing these readings on my phone for the time being. So, yeah, it's difficult. I don't have a lot of space to work with here within the camera scope, so you're not going to be able to see it, but it's here. Just kind of sending its energy, its healing energy to you. Some of you guys may want to work with smoky quartz this week. Or any type of quartz that calls to you. All right, pile number 2. Let's get some energy for pile number 2. What's going on with my pile number 2s? All right, we have Milestone coming out. This is a 6 card. And we have New Supportive Connections. That's beautiful, with intuition and manifestation on the bottom of the deck. So some of you have been trying to manifest new connections, whether this is like networking for your career or your job or something like that. For some of you guys, you've just been trying to make new friends, call in Soul Tribe. For some of you, it's like some sort of passion project or something that you do. You've been looking for more people who can support you in that process. Some of you guys, it's even like a benefactor or something like that you've been trying to manifest. For some of you guys, it's like a mentor or a teacher. Whatever this is, you are bringing this energy in. This energy is being drawn to you through this 1111 gateway and these powerful energies this week. So this is beautiful. And you guys are being celebrated, my pile 2s. I feel you really being recognized for your achievements and celebrated. There's like a big energy here where it's like something... This is, for some of you guys, this is, yeah, family, friends, and guides. A lot of you, your social circle is about to expand big time. And with this milestone card here, too, for some of you guys, this has to do with, like, one of those big key events in life. You know, whether this is, like, the birth of a child, or you're buying a house, you're going back to school or graduating school, meeting your soulmate, getting married. There's some like huge life milestone here. And whatever this is, it's going to bring a lot of joy into your life and a lot of just beautiful, beautiful energy, a lot of new people, connections. You guys are also getting new spirit guides, I feel like, for this next leg of your journey. Oh, wow. You guys, I'm all about the crystals with this pile today, too. Like, my Golden Healers selenite wants to come out and play, too. So we got the selenite out here. We got the black and the we got the black quartz, the smoky quartz, and the selenite coming out. The dark and the light here, right? That beautiful balance. These are also the crystals that I use during aura hypnosis healing. So maybe some of you guys might be interested in that, or a raw Reiki session. If you're interested in anything that I do, find my information in the description box below. But yeah, a lot of beautiful energy for you guys. A brand new chapter of your life beginning. Congratulations, whatever it is that's happening here. We have loss and taking steps inverted here. And what I'm feeling like from this is that I feel like, first of all, you're going to have to let some things go in order for this new beginning. Whatever's happening here, like, this is a major transition point in your life. And some things are going to have to be released and let go. And I feel like for some of you guys, it's like what Spirit's saying is, it's okay to do this in stages. You don't have to do it all at once. You know what things, if you're honest with yourself in your heart of hearts, you know what things need to go right off the bat. And you know what things can begin to just phase themselves out naturally. And you can allow that process to happen, okay? Allow this all to happen organically, but don't hold on to anything that's trying to shift out of your reality. in order to make the space and in order for this new life to begin, like there's a lot of the old that needs to be, that skin needs to be shed, essentially. For some of you guys too, it's like you're overcoming a loss right now. Like there was some type of loss that you endured, whether this was a loss of faith, whether this was like a physical loss, like a financial loss, the loss of a loved one, the loss of a dream, the loss of a pet, the loss of, I don't know what. It's going to be different for different people. This is a general read. But there's some sort of loss and you're overcoming that energy now. For some of you guys, this is even like serious past life pain that you're overcoming. Some of you guys, it's like perhaps you've been going to counseling. You've been taking some sort of steps to heal, and that work, whatever it is that you've been doing, however it is that you've been, whatever kind of healing journey you've been on, that healing is really starting to pay off now. Anything else here? I'm feeling like I want to flip this for some reason. I'm going to do it. Anything else for my pile twos from this deck? All right, we have conflict coming out with the healing light and courage. Okay. Family on the bottom of the deck. So for some of my pile number twos as well, there is healing coming to some type of relationship in your life where you've had a conflict. This could be, for some of you guys, this definitely has to do with family. We have kindred partnership under that. So for some of you guys, this is a relationship. Could be romantic, could be a friendship or some other type of relationship. But there's powerful healing coming. And I feel like part of the reason for this conflict had to do with fear. Whether it was a fear of speaking your truth, whether it was a fear of being who you truly were, whether it was a fear of like action taken or not taken as a result of a fear of hurting someone or a fear of whatever. All right, fill in the blank, essentially. But somebody is finally getting the courage that they need to step forward and make an amends, to initiate a conversation. And there is, I feel like the angels, the benevolent angels, archangels, your benevolent guides are really smiling down upon you, and they're sending healing energy to support you in whatever this resolution of this conflict is with this important person or persons in your life. And so they're saying, pray for healing. Pray for the highest and best resolution for all involved. Pray when you have these conversations for your higher self to guide your thoughts, words, and actions. All right, bring love into every aspect of this situation. And for some people too, this is spirit giving you an extra burst of courage or confidence to deal with some sort of challenging person or situation in your life. And this is where, like in the past, you would have run from this situation because you're terrified of confrontation, because you don't like to rock the boat. But this time you're learning how to stand up for yourself. You're learning how to stand your ground, and you're having the courage to do so. And it's going to be really healing when you're able to do this. So that's a different message for some of my others in this pile. But wherever there is conflict, wherever there are choppy waters in your life right now, that healing is coming through. I just saw victim mentality as I was shuffling here. All right. So healing of that, where that's concerned. Be aware of that as well when it comes to any conflicts that you're having right now. Is there a place where you are playing the victim or allowing yourself to fall into that victim mentality or mind state? Or perhaps the person that you've been dealing with, they've been in that victim mentality or mind state. And they're having an opportunity to pull themselves out of that. Clear. All right, I want to pull a couple. I'm feeling actually the Intuitive Oracle for you guys. Clear. Before we close here. So we're going to pull a couple closing cards from my pile twos. Clear, from the Intuitive Oracle. Closing cards for my pile twos. I just saw the 1111 card, which in this deck is a twin flame card. And we had the dark and the light crystals, right, for you guys as well. So there is an energy of mastering the masculine and feminine, balancing the masculine and feminine for my pile twos, I feel like, this week. And we'll see if the 1111 card comes back out in regards to the twin flame. For some reason, the Attar, I have this Attar of Roses perfume that I got when I visited Egypt on my desk here, and it caught my eye. Some of you guys might want to work with rose essential oils. Rose is a big heart opener. So is cacao. Rose, cacao. Working with opening that heart chakra. For some of you guys too, you might be receiving roses this week, or roses may have some significance for you. And there's a reason that I brought those up, especially when it comes to the twin flame energy. We were talking about that, and then I came into the roses. And so there may be something of significance for you surrounding that and your divine counterpart. All right, we have dolphins coming out. Playfulness, collaboration, harmony. Let's get a couple more here. Communication is another card here. All right, some of you guys are getting communication here. We have tracks, steady forward movement. Rabbits, new beginnings, desires increase. And mice. All right, so this is about anxiety, loss, fear, stress. Interesting. With Pluto on the bottom, which is the Judgment card in this deck. So overall here, I mean, these are great cards, right? We have the dolphins, the tracks, and the rabbits. So this is like about you really moving forward, you really being on track right now. Remember the beginning of this reading, right? Continue to, don't allow, so what I'm getting here is there is this beautiful, abundant, fertile energy right now, very Empress with the rabbits here and everything. Continue moving forward. Continue to, like, don't allow the stress and the anxiety and the fear to throw you off track right now. Some of that you're absorbing from the collective. Some of that's your own that's purging right now. Don't let it throw you off track. We have all 1, 2s, and 3s for the cards here on the table. I have 12, 3, 1, and 23. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, crap. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, and then there's also a 7 as like a secondary number, and 2 with the letter A. And 11 is the Pluto card, so 1, 1. Okay, so I felt the need to point all of that out for a reason. The A's are going to mean something to somebody. Of course, they can also represent angels, right? Your angels watching over you here. The 1, 2, 3 is the energy of creation. We talk about this all the time. We're in a 2-3 year, right? 2023. 1, 2, 3, you could be seeing those number combinations. This is also, remember, I was feeling that Empress energy with the rabbits. We got the 1, 2, 3. These are the numbers. 3 is the number of creation. The 2 energies that create the 3rd. It's alignment too, right? 1, 2, 3 in numerical order. And 7, of course, being divine alignment. So you are right on track. Keep going, moving forward. Stay in playful mode. Have a sense of humor. If there are stresses, if there are things that are going wrong, so to speak, don't focus on those. Focus on the positive. Focus on the movement forward. Okay, have a one-track mind when it comes to what it is that you're creating, in a sense. Really allow the people in your life to uplift you, to support you in any way that you need. And just know that like your blessings are set to only multiply. But what you focus on is what's going to multiply. So if you focus on the stresses, you're going to get more stressors. Judgment can also sometimes represent resurrection, especially with the Pluto energy associated with this particular Judgment card. So for some of you guys, there could be something from the past being resurrected. Yeah, I do feel that for some with this pile as well. If you've been trying to resurrect something from the past. But it's like in a way that's transformed. And you have to be honest with yourself about whether or not it is actually, it has actually changed forms or not. Don't get sucked into old energies. That temptation is there for all of us right now, but you're meant to be moving forward. If it's meant to be resurrected, it will come back to you in a form that is healthy and harmonious and makes you feel good, okay? But this is also like the resurrection of the spirit is what I'm really feeling for a lot of my pile number 2s. I'm feeling this 7 to 14 day timing thing too. We also have during the summer here for the timing, but I'm feeling the 7 to 14 days on this timing card. This is the Queen of Fire, Leo energy. We also have mutable energy. Leo, this is also represents the Strength card, the Queen of Fire here. 7 to 14 days, if you've been waiting on information, if you've been waiting on a decision, if you've been waiting on anything, you'll get your answer, you'll know in 7 to 14 days. Or the thing that you've been waiting for, perhaps it's this milestone, this event, will transpire within 7 to 14 days. For the most of my viewers, during the summer thing there is there also, which would be Leo season, July 22nd to August 21st. So for some of you, it may not transpire until then, but I'm feeling the majority of you at 7 to 14 days. Perhaps this energy got set in motion during the summertime for some of you. The sun, we got the energy of the sun here as well as the Strength card. Let's see. Trying to feel into what this mutable energy is all about. Spirits, this is the closing guidance for my pile number 2. Spirits saying, keep on track, right? Don't let your focus waver. Keep moving forward. Don't give up. Keep the faith. But at the same time, be mutable enough to compromise, to shift tactics. If you need to explore other options and other ways, right? Like as you're creating and moving forward and birthing this new experience, this new chapter in your life, always have that energy of this or something better. And ask yourself, this is how you start shifting your energy, your mindset. Start asking yourself questions like, how could this get any better? This is amazing. How could it get even better now? And allow the universe to surprise you. Stay open-minded. The opportunities that you get may be totally different from what you're expecting. The way that this transformation is going to occur and what this next chapter is going to look like could be totally different in an even better way than what you expected if you stay open-minded. Don't be too stuck, too set in your ways. All right? You guys are going to have an amazing, oh my God, things are so much good stuff coming for you. We have the woman. This is feminine energy coming through here at the end here as well. So for some of you guys, if you've been thinking about a female, just know that she's thinking about you too. And for a lot of you guys, though, this is more about cultivating on your feminine energy. For some of you guys too, it's like some of you guys are like becoming unexpectedly famous or unexpectedly well known. It's like it all happens at once. Like you go from like nobody paying attention to you or knowing who you are to everybody, and it's like that. Literally like magic. And for some of you guys, it's like you're getting information or clarity that's going to allow you to really cut out the things that need to be released and cut out right now. And that, like, that space that gets made is going to just open you up to getting everything you ever wanted. But like I said, for a lot of you guys, what you thought you wanted, I don't know, you're getting something better. Clear. Summer on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, for some of you guys, there is some significance to summer here. I feel like you're, okay, so remember we said 7 to 14 days, you will know the answer to something, or something that you've been waiting to occur will happen, or there will be a completion. You guys that this is for, you're going to understand what I mean by that. However, the energies that are being set in motion this week will fully come to pass by this summer. So there are some things that are going to, like, that's like one specific thing that is you're going to know about, or you're going to get an answer or an understanding of, or a conclusion to within the next 7 to 14 days. But there's a greater unfoldment happening right now as far as like this next chapter of your life, and some of the seeds that you're planting right now, those seeds will come to fruition and harvest in the summertime. It says, wait, things will unfold. So have patience and divine timing. Clear. Yeah. This has to do with achievement, career for a lot of you guys. Your ambitions. Clear. All right. Love you, honor you, respect you. All right, now we're doing pile number 3. For pile number 3, we're going to be working with the Urban Tarot. Clear. So let's get some energy. Let's get some guidance for all of my beauties who chose pile number 3. What does everyone need to know who chose pile number 3? Okay, we have the Lovers coming out with the Emperor. So there's a decision that needs to be made for my pile number 3s this week. And this is a decision, for some of you guys, this does have to do with love, but there's a choice that needs to be made. For some of you guys, this is a choice in career. For some of you guys, this is a choice in love. And for some of you guys, I'm feeling like a family situation as well. Even like somebody I'm feeling, if you are the, what do they call it when you're the person that makes the medical decisions for somebody who's incapable of making those decisions? The like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Somebody is like that person and you literally have to make a major decision for somebody. Probably it feels like a family member or somebody that feels like family to you, spouse, family member, something like that, at the end of their days. So that's heavy. Sending love and healing for whoever that's for. A lot of you guys, this has to do with love, but it's a choice. You have to choose your empowerment. It's a test of your sovereignty and your ability, your confidence, your ability to, this is a milestone for you as far as the importance of what this decision represents in terms of your spiritual growth and what you've learned, the lessons and the wisdom that you've cultivated. With the 7 of, I'm not even sure. I think this is 7 of Pentacles here. I'm not really sure. But the card says failure, right? And so what I'm feeling for some of you guys is it's like this is a decision that needs to be made. For some of you, it feels like maybe a decision to walk away from a relationship or a job, if this is career related, or to end something. And you don't want to do it. The reason that you're struggling so much is because you've invested so much time and energy into this. And if you let it go, if you end it, then you feel like a failure. Like if this is a marriage, it's like you feel like you failed because you weren't able to keep this going. If this is a job, it's like perhaps it's just too much for you, or it's taking up too much of your time, or you thought it was what you really wanted, but it's not. But you're afraid to admit that to yourself because like I said, you put so much time and energy into it and you don't want to look like a failure. For some of you guys, it's about the way other people are going to perceive you. It's like a stubborn kind of an energy here. All right, we got the 2 of Cups. Yeah, for many of you guys, this has to do with a relationship. This has to do with love. Get the Wheel of Fortune here. And the Chariot. And so what this is saying to me, I'm feeling like there's a soulmate that wants to come in for you. Or there's some sort of fulfillment and happiness if this isn't love coming in. It's something that is going to be more fulfilling, a more fulfilling career, a new, more fulfilling whatever, right? If you're willing to let go, if you're willing to just admit that what's going on isn't working. And remember, a failure, the only time we truly fail is when we give up. And I don't mean give up on a situation. Sometimes, like we said, we got to let things go. We got to put things to rest. It's when we give up on ourselves, when we give up on our dreams. Okay, when we fall down and we refuse to get back up. That's the only time we ever fail, right? A failure is a lesson. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to grow. Okay, the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. That's the mentality you want to cultivate right now. All right, if you are feeling unsuccessful, if you are feeling like, just don't indulge in the pity party. Okay, and do not avoid making a decision or a choice because you're afraid of how other people are going to view you. I feel like for some of you guys too, it's like somebody, Hierophant, somebody is watching you very closely right now. This could be a child maybe. Somebody is watching you and you're setting the example for them. So what is the example that you want to set? Really think about that, because they're watching you very carefully right now. And you are that example for them. Yeah, for some of you guys, this definitely feels like a marriage that's wanting to end here. Interesting. In this Nine of Pentacles, or Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups was inverted, but you can see there's a family, or it looks like a bunch of people together here. But you have the Nine of Pentacles here. And you have the Universe. Yeah, this is, I mean, this is feeling more and more specific here. This is either, this is a marriage or a job that is coming to an end, and Spirit's saying, like, there is, like, you need to complete this. All right, and for some of you guys, if you're not going to leave, then you need to, it's like Spirit saying, if you're not going to leave and you truly feel like you're meant to remain in this job, in this family dynamic, in this marriage, then you need to make it work. You need to put your all into making it work. All right. You need to invest. It's like you've been in, 1 foot in, 1 foot out for a really long time, and that energy is not serving you or anybody else. And you've been holding on to a lot of, it feels like, frustration or resentment. That's got to go. You got to be able to release that. You got to be able to forgive and move forward. And if not, then you got to cut the ties and you got to move on. Because it's time to complete this. And for some of you guys, it's like, if you really feel like this, like, let's use the example for those of you where this is a relationship or a marriage. You really feel like this is your person. Whatever the issues are that they're worth working on, then work through it. Put the effort in. Throw yourself in 100%. All right, be invested, whatever it is, be invested in your fulfillment, be invested in the outcome. If you're not invested in the outcome, then it's time to leave. Go with your gut. You already know, when I started talking about this, you already knew what the right choice was for you. And yes, for a lot of people, I'm feeling like the choice is to end things, but it's not necessarily going to be that for everyone. You complete this cycle by making a choice either way. And there is happiness that wants to come through for you. And for some of you guys, it's like you can't leave until you know that you tried your damnedest to make it work. But you haven't been trying. You've just been sitting there in your misery or your resentment. So it's like that shit or get off the pot energy. Either try or don't, but you got to do something. You got to make a choice, and you got to stick by it. And you got to throw yourself into 110%. All right? Make the choice that feels right within your soul, that resonates with your integrity, that resonates with your truth. All right? We have the Prince of Pentacles here with Justice. There's a karmic energy here at play as well. You guys are working out. There's a karmic energy that you're working out here. You have to feel your way through this. You can't think your way through this. You have to feel your way through this. You have to be honest with yourself about what you feel, about what you truly want. And about what's truly possible for you. If this is somebody who hurt you badly, are you able to forgive them? And what does that forgiveness look like? Are you able to forgive them, but in the sense of forgiving them and also walking away? Or are you able to forgive them and actively have them be in a relationship with them still? have them actively be a part of your life. You need to be honest with yourself about that. And then you need to be honest with them. This isn't write the pros and cons out on a piece of paper and go with whichever one has the most, right? It's not that kind of a decision. This is a heart decision. That's you gotta choose with your heart. And just know that, like, there was karmic justice at play here. And once you make your choice and you stick with it and you make it out of love and you operate from love moving forward, you've healed that. You've completed that karma. And for some of you guys, it's like, it might be baby steps, right? Moving forward from here. But like, it's what's important is that you take the steps. All right. Yep, we have death. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Wands. All right. So there is passion. There is a new beginning. There are new things being created and manifested here. But it all comes through the ending or the transformation. All right. We have disappointment and temperance. All right. So this is all about healing. This is about forgiveness, right? It's about seeing things from different perspectives. And turning your pain into art. I love that. This card does say art on it. Some of you guys, that's how you process, and Spirit's saying there's some powerful, something powerful that you're going to create from all of this. Got the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck with the Devil. Yeah. Something really unpleasant happened here. All right. And I'm feeling like a lot of you guys, like what you're going to ultimately need to do is, I really do feel like a lot of you are going to need to walk away. But like I said, if you stay, fully commit yourself. And then at the end, if it still doesn't work out, you know that you did all that you could do and you know you truly put your all into it. But don't keep yourself in a state of limbo. Be honest with yourself. If you cannot remain in this situation, if you need to go, then go, because there's happiness that wants to come in for you. I'm going to keep repeating myself. If I continue going here, I think that was just the primary message that wanted to come through for my pile number 3s today. Was about that specific scenario. All right, clear. I love you guys. You can do this. This is a major karmic cycle that you are completing and clearing out. Complete it so that you can move on. This is huge. This is huge. The amount of freedom, the amount of relief that you're going to feel on the other side of this is going to be astronomical, and you are worthy of that. You deserve that. And it's time. It's time you give that gift to yourself. All right. Talk to you guys soon.